Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Current conditions outside coming in at 73 degrees with a dew point of 60. The dew point's falling. It's falling significantly, actually. We now have a north wind coming in at about 9, and that north wind helping to draw down some of that drier, more stable air. Plenty of sunshine mixed with a few fair weather clouds. You take a look at temperatures across the state of Florida, and you can see a pretty sharp delineation between warmer temperatures in the southern part of the state, and then from about a line through Tampa, Orlando, up to Daytona or so, points northward have already started to cool down. The front is basically sitting right over us now. Another way you can kind of take a look and determine exactly where the front might be is to look at the amount of moisture in the air, and we're still fairly humid around here. Temperatures generally holding in the mid to upper 70s most everywhere you look. 76 Arcadia, 74 Wauchula, Bradenton at 74, so's Parrish, Northport at 77, Venice at 77. Dew point values also an excellent determination of how much moisture there is in the air. That it's actually exactly what it measures. And you can see 60, 68 Miami, 71 Key West, almost 60 in Orlando. Then you get back into the 30s back behind it. Again, another indication. There's the front basically right over us. And the third way you kind of look at where the front is wind direction. And our wind directions now are kind of universally out of the north, no matter where you look across our area. Sustained winds coming in at about 10 to 15, all out of the northwest or so. So the front, we're kind of in that transition zone that is a frontal boundary. A frontal boundary is not a straight line. It's a zone of transition between two different types of air. We're in the warm, humid air. We're now transitioning into that drier, more stable air, and the transition zone is right over us. That front will continue to press southward. And as it does so, our winds reinforcing out of the north and eventually even out of the northeast, and that'll draw down that drier air, and that will just eliminate the fog issue that we've had over the last several days for the next probably 3 or 4 days anyway, until those winds begin to switch to the east and eventually southeast and draw some of that moisture that'll be along that stalled frontal boundary back north and bring us again a chance of some fog formation as we probably head into Sunday, I would think. So today, a little bit of cloudiness still around, but then lots of sunshine as well. Mild temperatures boosted, despite the fact that we'll have a front moving through here into the mid to upper 70s all across the region. And then those shifting winds that we're already starting to see and will continue to see throughout the day today. Not much in the way of any kind of rainfall accompanying this system. We had a few little showers move on shore. We had a couple through Longboat Key, and there were some just off the coast of Venice that kind of dissipated before heading down south toward Fort Myers. But other than that, that's it for the day. We're not going to see anything else. Everything's very dry. So we are transitioning into some beautiful weather over the course of the next 3 or 4 days. North wind, though, breezy today at about 15, so boaters pay attention to that. Moderate chop out there on bay and inland waters. That should subside a little bit tomorrow, I think. Temperatures running still above average despite the fact that we have a cold front moving through, but at least we're in the upper 70s. By the time we get to the weekend, we'll be in the 80s once again, I think, and we'll start thinking about fog on Sunday and maybe a little chance of rain as we head into Monday, perhaps even Tuesday.